Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go now.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? Beat these 2. Snickers, you got to spin. Take both of them. All right, let's go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
That electric Kansas City offense takes the field again, and a lot of the talk this year, understandably, has been about Patrick Mahomes, but really, this is just a fun team to follow, is it not?
It really is, and when you think about their head coach, Andy Reid, and his ability to adapt to the talent he has, adapt to how they play football in 2018, to actually be ahead a little bit, because you see elements of college offenses in his. You see, of course, the spreading the field and throwing it to his fast guys like Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce does a little bit of everything at tight end. Kareem Hunt. I love this offense, and they're winning games essentially 42-28. Their defense has the benefit of playing essentially every game with a 14-0 lead. So this is how they're winning. Not on lockdown defense, but really through exciting offense.
And now as the weather gets colder and they're having a good season, this is the time to be tailgating at Arrowhead. This is
There's no doubt. Smell that barbecue cooking and hear that crowd chanting and singing the national anthem. Home of the Chiefs.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Mahomes now on the sneak, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time Mahomes will throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility of...
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. You know, Charles, it is hard to believe that we are sitting on the doorstep of Thanksgiving week. Already that time of year, but it always gives us good football. One of the games on Thanksgiving, Chicago and Detroit, that'll get the party started at 12:30 Eastern.
One of the traditional games, Detroit hosting, Dallas hosting, but in this case, we will stay in the Motor City. And this is the longest-running annual series in the NFL. A lot of people think about Detroit and Green Bay or Chicago and Green Bay. It's Detroit and Chicago. They've met at least once a year since 1930, 178 times total, and they just met 2 weeks ago in Chicago and going to do it again.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. And going deep for Hill. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Maybe a free play now for Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10.
reverse. You gotta spin. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner. This Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully well. He's playing well. And I think there's a certain sense when you watch them that they all want to prove something to Le'Veon Bell, that they can play well without him. And so far...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Show that bench release and go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Corner. Snickers, 66.
Now Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Snickers, 66.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reggie Ragland not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Focus. All right, let's go. 4 down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yard runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, they'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he comes back with one complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
34 yards there and a 1st down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Green 90. Green 90.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And his pass incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it over.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position.